Hi, so yesterday I had realized how badly I've caught the bug that's been going around, and that's this depression bug. And I realized the way that people have been treating me in my professional space, numerous different ways, and I can see that they're dealing with it too, and it's not coming out in a positive light. And it started making me doubt myself, and I just wanted to share a couple of things that make me feel better and that are going to get me out of the funk because I caught the bug. And there's a lot of things that I do, and I'm going to go through with a couple of videos, and I'm excited to show you. So basically, start your day. So one thing that I saw was it was this old man on TikTok, and I verified it and Googled it. And it's, if you brush your teeth, you should be brushing your teeth before you eat. So as soon as I wake up, I know exactly what I want to do, because that's one of the things that helps me start my day, is when I know what to do. Not knowing what to do, is, I've noticed with me, is one of the things that fuels, being lost. So I get up every morning and I brush my teeth. Well, not every morning, but when I'm in this funk, I remember to brush my teeth in the morning. Making your bed is also a great way. And I do try to make my bed every day, but again, it's difficult to stick into these routines and get into these habits, but we be gentle with ourselves. The next thing is to working from home, especially. I sometimes just work in my pajamas, and it's okay for a little while, but if you feel like you're getting into a funk, that is one of the things that you can do to change and to make yourself feel better. All of this is based on Atomic Habits 1%. So it's this idea of 1% better. And it's not the concept that it's going to be 1%. If I do 1% every day, that's 365. It's not like that. 36%, excuse me. It's about doing the thing, because instead of sitting in a stage of planning and not being able to do the stuff, you are doing it. And what actually winds up happening is you don't do 1%, you do so much more than 1%, but it's just about getting the momentum going. So Atomic Habits is a great book. Don't know which, so these are all the things that I find have been successful in my life, but it's about you figuring out what works for you. So I'm just sharing my stuff, and I'd love to hear what everyone thinks and what your thoughts are. But the next thing is a cold shower, and it's not this ice plunge or whatever. It's literally, you get into the shower, you do your stuff, and then you turn it on to cold, and you do one little twirl, just under the water, one little twirl. And for me, that puts this mentality of choosing your hard, because if you don't choose your heart, life is going to choose it for you. So basically, just take a cold shower for like one twirl. This also relates to doing your chores. Elon Musk, if I could say anything to Elon Musk, this is what I would say to him, because he is literally my idol, and he taught me about first principles thinking. And it wasn't that he made first principles thinking, but he showed me how amazing it is. And one of the things he said is, do your chores. And if I could speak to him today, I would say, Elon Musk, do you do your chores? Because it humbles you. It's a form of meditation. Meditation comes in so many different forms, and that is also one of the things that's going to help you with 1%. So breathing, just a simple breath work. There's a lovely app called Headspace, and their stuff is phenomenal. My boyfriend is someone who was not really interested in meditation and all of these things, and that is the most gentlest way to introduce you to meditation. It is highly recommended, a yearly fee, and highly recommended. There are so many different things that we can do. I think the last one I'll end off with is, I was holding this was taught to me by a gentleman named Gustav. He was like a life coach, and it's about reprogramming your mind. So this is a step that you can take as well, which is journaling. So sometimes journaling is difficult because you don't know what to journal. So if you're struggling to journal and you don't really know what to say, and you find that you've got a very negative self-talk, you can do this to reprogram your mind. And this is literally how, this was one of the key success factors of how I took myself from having severe anxiety, which I was throwing up almost 4 to 5 times a day, very dark thoughts, in a constant state of panic attack. My therapist told me that, most people start their day off, and then like if you stub your toe, you're at a 1, and then you look your shirt, you're at a 2, and then most people go to a 3, and then they'll kind of go down or 7 from them. I was at a 10 at all times of every part of all day, all the time. And I can say now that I have had like panic attacks on things that happened to me Rarely. Obviously, with the pressures of jobs and things like that, there's some things you can't avoid, but I'm proud to say that. So this is one of the things that helped me, and that was, it's the things that you say in your mind are what are going to determine how you feel. It's as simple as that. Like, you get to choose what you take in as well. So it's the media. And that's why post-it notes for me are such a successful tool, because if you just write what you need to hear, I am enough, I am not a monster, I am worthy, if you write those and you have them on your walls, it's so amazing, because you're reading that and then you start to believe it. So this is to reprogram your mind. So you'll say, what is my observation? It's just 4 steps. What is my observation? So majority of the time it is, I can't do it. And then you say, is this true? So I kind of put a split on this, is you always have to say no. No matter what, even if you think it's true, you always have to say no. And it's based on the sales technique where you kind of have to throw yourself in. So someone asks you a question, you don't know the answer, and you kind of have the wealth of knowledge to put together the answer, but you say to them, yes, and I'll tell you why. And this is kind of the same thing as you challenge yourself. It's really fun. Then you say, is this limiting? So I did this yesterday and I was like, absolutely, this is limiting, because we've got a little guest. And this is Buffy. She's the cutest cookie in the whole world, and she wanted to come say hello. Thank you, my baby. So, is this limiting? And yes, I was ruining my current situation because I don't have the goals that I want. I am not in the place where I thought I could be, and now I'm getting depressed. I'm not doing as much as I should. Yes, it's limiting. Yes, this thought process of saying that I'm not where I should be, comparing myself to people, absolutely. And another way to reprogram this is, I'll just read it from my diary of how I did it yesterday, was I said, I did not have the same start. I did not know what I was doing. So I need to ask people, and strategies in the city is the way that I'm going to do that. Because I didn't have the same start that, people who went to these private institutes, or people who had families that were supporting, I didn't have the same start. So I made mistakes. So instead of saying I can't do this, I can do this. I just need to learn how. And this is how, is through this channel. Thank you.